East Coast, my hands will be laying on everyone's soul, for the end of the times of days is upon you. And know that you've not got long to wait. My judgment is rolling after the things that you've sowed, you're gonna reap. Now the time's come for closure, and I will lift up my own. Can't you hear? Can't you hear the? Can you hear the drums rattling? Can you hear the war drums? Can you hear the marching of the angels? Can you hear it? They're coming from the Lord. Across every nation and every tongue and every time shall the angels of God begin to move. For the time has come that all man shall stand before the judgment seat of God. And them that is hindered God's way, them that has crucified the Lord afresh, you'll answer. But oh, the time is here upon all mankind. That you'll need my hand, saith the Lord. You'll need my hands upon you. You'll pray for forgiveness. Oh, but the hour is dark. And who hears my prayer? Who hears my cries? Who hears me calling to you? Who answers me? Who answers me? Oh, for the darkness comes upon the land. But great revival as I move my hands. Oh, the time has come. Oh, Ilambro Tangere di Biajo San Rocco. Ile horahagnare te cimerea contri. I see a darkness across the land. I see gross darkness. But there's a many of people that is turning their heads and will not take heed, will not listen to the Lord. Draw close to Him now. Know Him. For them that knows their God shall be strong in these latter days and do exploits. Don't listen to the lying tongue, says the Lord. Them that prophesies peace, and there is no peace. Your souls should be troubled and stirred to the point that everyone should be praying across the world. Because every nation and every tongue is in chaos. They're in a chaos today. Because Satan has been cast down to the earth. He knows that he has but a short time. He knows that he has but a little time, and him too will be bound and thrown into hell, the eternal lake of fire. And you that mocks me, your day is coming that you'll regret the days of all of the evil and the hatred that you've spread. You remember everything that you've done in the middle of this burning flame. And you wish you could have changed. But you would not listen to none of my reproofs. You would not hear me when I called you. You made fun of all the prophets and the pastors. You've laughed at them. You took my evangelists and you've made fun of them and you smeared them and you've made jokes of them. But now the time has come that the joke is not so funny no more. There'll be a storm that comes out of the northeast, says the Lord of hosts. It shall sound like a train coming through. And great winds shall reckon from the storm that has not been in history. And neither has it ever been the like that it shall be. For a storm shall come across the southeast side and corners of Canada. And it shall blow out of Canada into the United States. The liking of a storm that has not been seen. Quickly and speedily, says the Lord of hosts. Quickly it comes. Quickly it comes. I will have them that stands like Elijah. I will have them that stands for my word. And I will stand for those like I did Elijah and Moses. For the times of the end of the world is upon this nation and upon the nations of abroad. And as the troubles begins to take the streets, as the people becomes uneasy, and as they walk through the cities and violence begins to come, hear the word of the Lord. For these people tries to set an era. They are not my people. But hear me today, says the Lord, warning you. There's a trap set. There's a trap set, says the Lord. They'll try to lure you. They'll try to lure you into a rage. They'll try to lure you into violence, because that's what they are wanting. The evil people that is trying to take over America. It's a European demonic force that has come from afar. They will push and they will push. They will try to cause an uprising is what they want. Hear me, my people. Fall upon your knees and pray. And you'll see my angel stands up in different ways. Death, my death angels, the angels shall take the breath of them that perverts and them that lifts to crucify me afresh. It would have been better that a millstone be tied about your neck and you cast into the sea than you had been born and do the things that you do today. They are trying to cause an uprising with the arresting of President Donald Trump. They are trying to cause an uprising. Hear me. Do not fall for it. Pray. Stand. You can stand peaceably. You can pray. You can stand and refuse. You can refuse the orders of the disobedience, of the negligence, of the things that's trying to destroy your country. Refuse to do it. But know that they try to provoke an uprising. And hear me, you'll see a violence hit the streets of New York, but it will be a paid action, says the Lord. It will not be. It will not be the supporters of the good president, but it will be paid activists, says the Lord, that they might cause a worse than January the 6th. Lift up your voices like a trumpet, says the Lord of hosts. Because Esther had been put in the place that she was in for the reason. And even so, I lay my hands upon Donald Trump. I have reared him up for this reason and for this hour and for this day. And Haman, you shall hang upon your own gallows. them that you have built for the Jews, them that you'll hang Mordecai on, you'll dangle from the own noose that you have tied. Hear me, saith the Lord of hosts. My body shall come into one mind and one accord, for the disclosures of the times it's upon you. Hear me, saith the Lord of hosts, hear me. For the hour is late and the day is long, the time is far spent. Oh, the cry, can you hear the cries in the streets and the alleys? Can you hear the cry for justice? Can you hear the cry for justice? The justice, the angel of justice has reared in Alabama. Look to the gates, for the angel stands with the swords in his hands, that the word of the Lord shall come forth and judgment shall be rendered out of the mouths of the judges. And oh, ye justices, lift up your voices and declare the truth and declare righteous judgment. Declare the righteous judgment that this land was founded upon. It's the hour of change, the hour of change and triumph. Can you hear the sound of the noise of the galloping horses? Can you hear the sound of the soldiers? Can you hear the sound of war? That's the sound of victory, says the Lord of hosts. It's the sound of victory. No weapon that is formed against you will prosper. Even in death, there's no sting. There's no sting. For I'll move upon the people of the Senate, and I'll move upon Congress and the political powers of America, and they too shall see that the different hands that has rose up to destroy this country, whether they be Democrat or Republican or whatever their political stand is, I'll rise up in their hearts, and righteousness shall rise and shine and stand in their view and their vision. And justice shall come forth, says the Lord of hosts. Halamora hakarata sembrete, mindre hindrondosa baragatore.